Hi everyone, welcome to yet another video. It's Ndagira here. Thanks for clicking on this video. So this is something that I landed on TikTok and a few of you guys were tagging me in this video. It is about a Black American creator that was in interview with an African lady, and what she said is what a lot of people are mostly concerned about, because I also saw this video. I was like, there's no way we still have this kind of mindset today in 2025.
I love white people.
I'm editing that out.
No, leave that there because
that's not allowed.
No, seriously, white people are good for us because we have so many things because of white people.
Yeah. I want you to know.
Yes, yeah, but they made us go do that stuff.
Why are you giving them credit when they can't?
Because that's how it was meant to be.
Kenyan women, save your image. Save your image. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this debate. This girl, very beautiful woman, she goes on a podcast on one of these, I think he's a Black American man. And essentially, she ends up saying that she loves white people. White people have come here to help her. And I'm like, damn. This type of narrative will be spun real quick, especially with the narrative of how Kenyan women are already seen on social media. Because it is not a secret that Kenyan women are already seen as whitewashed, that we are, praying to our white savior daddy. But that is the rhetoric that is already being spewed out there. Okay? And let me tell you, generalizations don't come from nowhere. Generalizations come from a certain group of Kenyan women, and then now it is generalized to all of us. Because they're not going to say Shiro, or I saw a certain group of Kenyan girls doing this. They're going to say Kenyan women. And then now, y'all go on podcasts and say such things, and then you make us all collectively look whitewashed. This is the same man I once watched. He said he hates seeing, because I've seen his video before. He said he hates seeing Kenyan women with European men. And then a couple of weeks later, he has you on, and you are out here talking about you love white men, and they came here to help you. You don't think that he will spin the narrative to where that he's indoctrinating you. He would never pick the intelligent, well-versed, politically well-versed liberal. No, he was picking the crazies. I'm just wondering, based on your content, what made him really think you can have that debate? What really made him think about that? Because you come off as a lifestyle and beauty creator to me. So I really wonder why he picked you. The only answer I have to that is the Charlie Kirk effect.
As you've seen in the video, that is what actually happened. And I believe the sister that is actually angry because, when certain people bring certain people on, interviews and podcasts and talk about certain issues, the fact that this lady said that statement, of course, it's going to be put on most African women. And now, since she was actually Kenyan, it's now even further pushed that that's how every Kenyan woman, mind is. And it's just not okay. And I do understand what also the sister was saying, that this is the Charlie Kirk effect of, choosing to go to certain places because they know they are going to push their narrative to be like the ones to stand out. Because I don't know why, this man would choose such a lady to be, interviewed. Like, what are you still pushing? Like, what, you want the world to now see us as that crazy, just like that lady? And I also came across another video of a lady in, the Western countries. She's African, but she was warning, especially Kenyan women and mostly Kenyan women, to be very cautious on the kinds of men they actually choose, because when it comes to them men, most of them are not even that stable when it comes to their minds, or most of them just have a fetish, or some of them just want to see how it's like, and then it's not even a big thing for them. They just want to pass through us. And when you listen to this kind of things, you have to use your mind a little bit. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm okay to see you go wherever you feel happy or appreciated and wanted, wherever. That is none of my business. But at least we should know some information, because if people are seeing things happen and they want to talk about it because they work in certain fields or they've seen people go through those kind kind of things, and they come out to say, say things that they actually see every day, why not give them an ear? Guys, listen to what she had to say.
Some of you Kenyans, as soon as I put a video to expose the abuse going on African women, you come here to bash me. Some of you even go as far as, if my own marriage did not work, I should not think that it will not work for other people. I have never been married to a white man. I don't even think I want to date a white man, because I will not date somebody that will not respect me. How I come to know about these cases is because I'm a social worker. I'm a Cameroonian that has lived in Sweden for 13 years. I worked in Sweden. I have a bachelor degree in social work, specialized in international social work from the University of Yavle. Go and Google it. I have a master's degree in social work, specialized in interventions in childhood from the University of Young Shopping. So I'm part of the Ubuntu Family Diaspora Home and Abroad Circle. And these women are in this group and they're telling their stories. Some of them have decided not to be in this group because they want to be anonymous, and they're telling me their stories. I get to meet so many African women and their children and men who are going through some injustice. I talk about injustice, intimate partner violence, especially multiracial marriage. I talk about abuse on children, unlawful removal of African children. I talk about lack of inclusion for persons with neurodivergent conditions. So I've never experienced marrying a white man. I don't know how it looks like to marry a white man, but I've worked with white people, and there's so many of them are racist. And even the ones that are not racist, they don't speak up, because silence is speaking the side of the oppressor, and silence makes you one too. So I have never been with them. So don't come here and try to bash me. I will still say it, and I will say it again. And you are the reason why European countries are trying to silence us. You are the reason why, because when they bring up these stories, you come down and try to bash, and these men continue doing what they're doing to our women and our children. I don't laugh when I see my sisters looking so dirty, unkempt, that in the psychiatry ward. I don't like to see them becoming alcoholics because of what men did to them. I don't like to see our children failing, our mixed children looking like children with bipolar mental issue, because they were not welcome in any part of the family. They were not raised in a home with love. They were violated by their own parents. When you want to listen to my videos, listen to the videos very well. And I still want to use this opportunity to call on NGOs to look into the issue. It must not be an NGO in Kenya, other countries too. Other African countries do marry white men. But the number of women we are getting is from Kenya. And these men who are getting married to them, majority of these men are not normal. They are not normal. Some of them are military officers. And it becomes worse when it's a military officer, because there's no justice. They are not held accountable for whatever they do to you. And they sometimes even go as far using even other forefoots to do it with you. And these are sickening stories. Nobody wants that for their loved ones. So they need to do something, or we'll take to the streets.
I would say it's not the first time I've seen someone talk about this issue. I've quite seen a number of people come out or be on social media talking about how women, in particular African women, when they be with palmed men, they don't even come out to say the things that they actually go through with these men, because God forbid you're with a palm person and you're going through things like what in the hell. It's like a shaming thing. I don't know. But then still going back to this lady, the beautiful lady that was actually like, why people came and, give us good things, or they, we can't live without them, or we can't do things without them. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Let's pause a bit. Do you really need them so much as you claim, or is just something that you put as a wall for yourself, not to feel like you are being on the wrong side of history? Because it just does not make sense. When I look into, let's say, mostly our history that we study, it does not really bring out the whole picture of what white people literally did to African people. Like every African that comes on the internet and talks about history, or what they actually learned into their books of history, the side of white people is always like glorified in a way, even though it was the most horrific and barbaric history that could exist in humanity, in life. It's always like, yeah, they did atrocities, but at the end of the day, They saved you. They brought you this. They brought Christianity. They ended slavery. They gave you roads. They gave you education. They gave you religion. I'm like, oh, did those things come free and hand? Like they were just handed over without violence? Oh, they gave you independence. They actually left and you got independence. We freaking fought for that independence. Actually, even today, we are still fighting for that independence. So I don't know why, someone like that could be or should be brought on, platforms to talk about something like that. Is this how she's choosing to think? Like she does not want to acquire more knowledge? Is this how she wants to stay ignorant? Because with the information that is out every day and with the history that we've seen about those people that she's saying that she loves so much, why are we still choosing to stay ignorant? Like, what is the benefit? Before these people came, we didn't have any sense of humanity at all. Before these people came, we did not have organized kingdoms. Before these people came, we did not know how to educate ourselves and pass knowledge to ourselves from our ancestors to the future generations. Like we didn't know how to do that. Before them, we did not know who God was or how, to praise. You raise all those questions and you're like, okay, enough with the gaslight. And I'm wondering, is it the reason why in 2025, a sister like that, a beautiful sister like that, would come out and say such a statement openly and very confidently? Because how? How? Literally, like I saw this clip and I was like, this got to be a joke. Like we can't be having this kind of mindset today in 2025. And this is why I blame now our governments in particular for not putting in the effort to let us be able to learn our true history. I don't know why they are still letting our children be indoctrinated with history books that are full of lies, not really showing what really happened in history to our ancestors, to our countries, for us to be this separated, for us to be divided the way they took, people from the continent, our ancestors, and loaded them on ships like freaking animals. Because the more you read into those things, the pictures that you see on how our ancestors were literally shipped as goods, packed together like they were not human. How a lot of our ancestors were literally slaughtered and dumped into oceans, taken down for not believing in what the white people wanted them to believe in, is insane that we still have people like this sister that has such a mindset that white people came and saved African people, that we need them so much. Like, how? And I'm not trying to create division, really. I'm not here to be like, okay, everybody that is existing today who is a palm person is a horrible person. But we should not gaslight ourselves to believe that just because you are in proximity or have friends that are of a different race, or they could be Asian, white, or whatever, that you should not talk about the reality of what their ancestors literally did into your countries or your continent, or to people that look like you. It just doesn't make sense. Are you trying to look good or put up a good picture for you to be embraced more? Like yeah, that's why it brings me back to the sister that was like, why on earth would you bring such a person with that kind of a mindset for you to interview and make everybody or every African woman or Kenyan woman look like they are that crazy? That's what we don't understand. Like, why not choose people that can really, really talk about things that matter? Why her? Why her? Like, make it make sense. Just let me know what you think about this craziness. And is she right though? Do we need them? Did they save us? Guys, I'll see you in another video. Bye.